Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a brand focus video. Now I don't think I've done a brand focus video for a fair few months now. Probably like 3 or 4 months before Christmas, which is a really long time. Basically, if you've not seen one of my brand focus videos before, it's where I talk about one specific brand and show you guys all the products I have from that collection, whether it's Bourjois or whether it's Body Shop, Soap & Glory, L'Oreal. I've done a fair few and I will link them all down below in case you want to check them out. But yeah, I just kind of get all my products together and tell you guys what I think about them and my thoughts and whether they're worth buying and that kind of thing. And I've had quite a few requests to do one on the brand Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury has become one of my favourite high-end brands ever. I don't think a brand has really suckered me in the way this brand has for a really long time. And what I mean by that is I really want to own every single product in her range. It's that beautiful, from the packaging to the marketing of it to the product quality to how they apply and how they last. Everything about this brand I love. So naturally I have accumulated quite a few products. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a brand focus because a lot of these products are quite expensive, and if you are thinking of investing in them, you might want to know how I've been getting on in case you guys are thinking about buying any, so you can make better decisions on which ones you want to buy. So I'm going to start with my base first. So the first thing that I picked up was a foundation. I've had this foundation for about a month now, and it is the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation. This has SPF in it. I'm going to show you the packaging of each product as well because I think packaging is something that she excels in. There's so much thought and time going into the packaging, from the boxes when they arrive from the post, they're all wrapped in this beautiful tissue paper, to the actual products themselves. So this is what the box looks like, and I have this in the shade 7 medium. It does come in a nice variation of shade ranges. And it says, when it comes to foundation, I have one simple rule: perfect coverage, light as air, and a breathable formula. And I would say everything that it promises to do, it actually does. I'm quite picky when it comes to foundations because I'm olive skinned. I always find that I really struggle with foundation shades, especially from the drugstore. This is absolutely perfect for me. So as you can see, the packaging is beautiful. It's rose gold inspired. This is actually plastic. It does look glass, but the bottle is actually plastic. But the lid is very heavy and it's got a really lovely quality to it, and it's a Charlotte Tilbury here on the base. So as you can see, this comes in like a little squeezy bottle, which I really like because it prevents wastage. And as I said, I have this in the shade medium. This is a water-based foundation, so what it means is it's very hydrating, it lets the skin breathe, and it reacts really well with other products sitting on top of it because it's not going to restrict your skin, it's not going to make it feel cakey and heavy, and I like that. I can really appreciate that, especially in the summer. It says, for a more flawless finish, pat on top of areas where extra coverage is needed and use a brush to blend out. Shake before using. I absolutely love this foundation. It's the perfect amount of coverage. I would say it's medium to heavy coverage. I wouldn't say it's light in its coverage. I would say it gives really good application and a good finish. I really love the colour. As I said, it has your SPF in it, and it also has youth boosting, skin perfecting qualities. So what I guess that means is it makes you look more radiant, because it's not the mattest of foundations. It's definitely a demi matte / luminous finish. Very pretty indeed. Another thing to mention about this is actually 40ml, which is fantastic, high-end and drugstore really, because most foundations tend to come in a 30ml bottle. This is 40ml, so even though it's slightly expensive at £32, I can definitely appreciate this. I really love it. Everything about it I love. I've not come across one negative thing about this product. It wears well, it lasts a really long time, definitely a full day. It's a great amount of coverage. Absolutely love this stuff. So I'm going to move straight on to powder, and the next thing I have in my collection is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder, which looks like this. Again, very similar box, very nice indeed. And this says, brush onto the T-zone or any oily areas that need to be mattified to set your foundation and concealer. For an oily skin type wanting an all over flawless finish, apply to the entire face, start from the T-zone, brushing out and up. Enriched with nourishing rose wax and almond oil for a luscious luminous finish. I love this stuff. This is one of my more recent purchases, and basically I went to the Charlotte Tilbury stand in Manchester and they did a complete makeover on me and it looked amazing, and she used this and I didn't end up buying it because I bought so much already, and this is quite expensive. This is actually more expensive than the foundation, which is a bit of a shame. This is £33. This comes in 3 colours. It comes in light, medium and dark. I obviously have it in shade mediums. This is what it looks like. It's like a rose gold compact, and this is just an absolutely beautiful setting powder. Oh, you can see yourself in the mirror there. It's a beautiful setting powder. It's great for even if you don't want to wear a foundation, just unifying the skin, making it look a lot more flawless and a lot more kind of radiant. Even though it's a matte finish, it is very silky and smooth, and it does minimise pores, it does even out the skin tone, it unifies everything and just makes everything look a lot more sort of soft focus and perfect. And I really like this, and it's a shame because it's so expensive, but I do like it, and a little bit goes a long way. Literally 2 swipes will do the entire face and you're done, and it does literally give you an airbrushed finish. It's absolutely gorgeous. I really like this a lot. So I'm going to move on to contouring next, and this is a product that I've spoke about a lot, so I'm not going to ramble on about it too much, but it is the Film Start Bronze and Glow Face Sculpt and Highlight Duo, which looks like this. I have kept the box because I wanted to take some blog pictures for it, but this is the packaging, and it's the most beautiful packaging I think I've ever seen on a bronzer. So you take off these 2 flaps here, and you have this little centerpiece that you lift up, and there is some writing here which says, "This is the secret that silver screen sirens have kept to themselves for years." And as you open it, you get 2 more text boxes. One describes to you how you apply the highlight, and one describes how you apply the sculpting powder. And this is what the palette looks like. So rose gold, absolutely gorgeous. The packaging of this is just one of the wow factors for me. Like, I've never seen anything like it, quite as beautiful. It's just stunning. So that's what the packaging looks like. When you open it, it comes with a very decent sized mirror. And this is what the product looks like. So as you can see, you get the bronzing powder on one side, which is here, and you get the highlighter on the other. The bronzing powder is very subtle, but it can be built up to be quite dramatic. So if you want that little wash of warmth, then you can just apply a bit of this. But if you do want to build it up to quite a dramatic chiseled cheekbone, then it can definitely be done with this. And it's just so natural. It's not got any orange undertone. It just looks really beautiful. I'm wearing it today to contour my cheekbones, and I absolutely love it. And on the tops of my cheekbones and on my cupid's bow and that kind of thing, I'm using highlighter as well. And it's an absolutely gorgeous set. It complements each other really nicely. The shades work really well together, and I think this is definitely my favourite bronzer that I've ever used, just because it's just so natural looking. It's not artificial, it's very blendable, it works in really well, and I am just a massive fan of this. This is probably my favourite product that I own from Charlotte Tilbury. It is expensive at £49, but you do get 2 products, and I don't think I can say that I like the price of this because it is very expensive. Even for a contouring kit, it is very expensive, but it's definitely one of her best products, and it definitely does give you that really nice defined cheekbone that all the supermodels tend to have. It's probably this product because it's just so fantastic. I really do like it a lot. Okay, so moving on to eyeshadow palettes. I own 2 of her quads. The first one I have is one that I got for Christmas, and this is called the Luxury palette in the shade Fallen Angel. I got this for Christmas off Andy. I don't know if this is limited edition because they are still selling it on the website, but this is slightly more expensive than her other eyeshadow palettes. But this is what it looks like. It has this really nice kind of starburst here, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. It's very Christmassy looking, and the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. And as I said, this comes in Fallen Angel, and you get a lovely mirror here, and this is the shadows. I will show you these up close so you can see them because they're absolutely gorgeous. And on each powder there's a star embossment, and it's just so pretty. This is a fantastic neutral eyeshadow palette. I don't think I'll get too much wear out of the black shade just because I don't tend to wear black eyeshadows that often, but these 3 colours I absolutely love, and they are so buttery soft. They just apply so nicely, they don't crease, and that's with or without a primer. They're just so smoothing, and they don't tend to gather in your eye creases or wrinkles at all, because I don't have the smoothest of eye area, and these just work really well because of how naturally soft they are, and just they're absolutely gorgeous to work with. They're really pigmented and they blend out beautifully, and yeah, I absolutely love this palette, and it's definitely one that I would repurchase. So on her website, I don't know if any of you guys have visited it before, but she actually does tutorials. She actually has a YouTube channel which I will link down below, where she talks to you guys about how to apply the products. So even if you're a complete novice, you'll be able to use her products, and I think that's really nice. And one of the tutorials that I watched, and I absolutely fell in love with the look, was the Dolce Vita. And I actually bought the palette, and this is called, again, the Luxury Palette Colour Coded Eyeshadows. And again, this is the quad, but this one was £38, so slightly cheaper than the other one. This just has the regular packaging, so there's no kind of starburst design on here, but these shadows are absolutely gorgeous. Again, I will show you up close because I appreciate that these might not look as beautiful in this sort of lighting, so I will show them you up close, but I absolutely love this palette. Again, very similar to the other one where they are very pigmented, they blend really beautifully, and the looks that become created with this is just stunning. This is definitely a palette for the warmer skin complexions, I think. And incidentally, a bit of trivia here, this shimmer shade at the bottom, this coppery golden shimmer, is actually apparently the most expensive shimmer eyeshadow that you can buy in the world. I got told that when I was having it applied at the Charlotte Tilbury counter, and gram for gram it's the most expensive eyeshadow you can buy in the world, which is really lovely because you do get a nice amount of that here, and yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to move on to lipsticks now, and I only actually own 4 lipsticks. I own 2 from the Matte Revolution and 2 from the Kissing Tree range, and these are again gorgeous packaging. They're in these rose gold bullets and they're just absolutely beautiful. These are £23 each, and I bought 2 of these not last year, the year before, and I bought 2 this year, so I've been loving Charlotte Tilbury for a really long time now. The first one I ever bought was Night Crimson. I saw this on Zoella's channel about 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it, and I picked it up, and it is this gorgeous sort of burgundy brown shade, very very similar to MAC's Film Noir. It's very vampy and very dark, very seductive, and I really like it. This is quite a satin finish, so not quite as matte, it's quite sheer. Even though it's really pigmented, it's kind of like a satin finish, I guess, and it's really really nice. I will swatch it for you so you can see it. And this is what it looks like. So it's a very wintry shade, I think. Has a brownish burgundy undertone, very very nice, and again that's Night Crimson. The second one I picked up was So Marilyn. So Marilyn is a beautiful red shade. It's very vintage, that perfect red that we all love, classic red. Again, this is quite a satin finish as well, and it's so moisturising on the lips. They're probably the best formula lipsticks that I've ever used, just because even the matte range, it's not drying, like it applies really well, it doesn't crack or chip, it just looks amazing all day long, and I really like it. So that's what So Marilyn looks like, and as you can see it's kind of like a true red shade. The next one I picked up was the first of my Matte Revolution purchases, and this is the one that I'm wearing on my lips today, and it is called Red Carpet Red. The bullet is shaped slightly different, it's kind of a squared edge on the matte ones, and this is just like a really nice cherry red. This is it here, pretty indeed, and it's just like a matte red with kind of like a cherryish undertone, very very nice. This is just so comfortable to wear. I don't feel like I'm wearing a bold lip at the moment. Normally when I wear red lips, you're kind of well aware of the fact that you're wearing it because it feels like you've had to really apply it and kind of layer it up, but these are just really easy to use, and because of the way the lipstick is shaped, it's great for getting your cupid's bow. I haven't used a pencil to apply this, and it works really well. And the most recent purchase was one I bought about a week or 2 ago, and it is called Lost Cherry. Now this is a really bright fluorescent pink shade, way out of my comfort zone, but it looks absolutely beautiful on, and I really like it. I was so glad that I took a punt on this because I own nothing like it in my collection. I will show you these swatches up close just so you guys can see them, but they're absolutely beautiful, and this is definitely one for the summer, I think, but I have been wearing it a lot this month as well, and I love it, and I always get asked what shade I'm wearing when I do apply this. If you guys have really wanted to try a Charlotte Tilbury lipstick but you never wanted to kind of stretch to it because you find that I don't know if I like the formula, I don't know if they're going to look good on me, she actually does these really cute samples that you can go pick up in store, or if you make an order online sometimes they will come with it, and they're called Kissing Fallen from the Lipstick Tree samples, and basically these little envelopes that contain a sample inside, and all you do is kiss the envelope and it transfers the colour onto your lips. These are actually surprisingly really good. I got 3 wears out of one of these once, which is insane, but they're just so pigmented and loaded up that basically you kiss it and you're done. You just blend it in a bit with a brush and it looks amazing. So I have 2 shades here, but I don't know the shades until you open them. It kind of says on the underneath, but if you are thinking about going and having a look, then they definitely do these really cute samples. I mean, how adorable are these? Beautiful. The last thing I have to show you is a makeup remover. So we're getting into the end now and we're just going to take all of it off, and I picked up the Take It All Off Genius Eye Makeup Remover, which looks like this. I'm not going to lie to you, the reason I bought this was the packaging. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's 150ml and it's kind of just a pump one where you put the cotton pad on top and you pump down and the product goes into the cotton pad. And this says it's enriched with soothing organic cornflower water and regenerating veronica extract. This does remove every scrap of makeup. I don't just use this for eye makeup and lip makeup, I use it for the whole of my face and it works really well. It smells really pleasant, the packaging is fantastic and I just love it. It's a bit expensive for a makeup remover, it's about £25, which normally I won't spend on a makeup remover, but I really wanted to try this and I absolutely do love it. I think especially if you're a makeup artist or if you're working in that industry, this is a fantastic product to have, because unlike some others that I've used, this is literally one pump will do the whole face, which I know sounds crazy. I used it with the Benefit They're Real eyeliner and mascara and it's got every shred of it off, which we all know is a bugger to remove. So I was really impressed by this. I do recommend it, however I do think it's very expensive. But yeah, I do love it anyway. So guys, that is all the Charlotte Tilbury products that I own. I appreciate it's not a massive collection, but there's definitely a nice few there to be getting on with and trying the range. Please comment down below what your favourite Charlotte Tilbury product is, and also comment below with any other brand focus requests that you have, because I'm thinking about doing a Topshop makeup one and a updated Body Shop one, a Southern Glory one, because I have quite a few products. But if you guys have any requests like Smashbox, anything like that, please pop them in the comments box down below. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget also to check the info bar for links and prices and all my other social media, where you'll find a lot of pictures of these products, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!